there's like a sweet spot in like 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, somewhere in there, where smartphones weren't ubiquitous. You didn't, if you had to check something, social media was nascent at that time. It virtually didn't exist. But if you did want to check something, you went home to get on the computer to check it, right? And when you just think kind of the forcing function that a lot of that played, like GPS even was just pretty new at that point. It was new enough to not be reliable.
A specific unit to put.
Yeah, you had to buy a unit, and that unit might send you into a lake. And the reason I bring this up is that I think that there was kind of a sweet spot there where you still had that kind of last gasp of sort of what it was like to be a teenager in like the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, where you had to do a lot of in-person stuff. You called someone's house and talked to their parents. Hey, is Adam there? Can I talk to Adam, please? Make it short, and all that stuff that was really, really awesome that, I wonder about kids now, like my nieces and nephews and stuff, where they're growing up in a world where just the landscape is so different. And I think that has impacted people's communication skills in a negative way. Technology's brought us so much, but I think that there's some trade-offs there.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to get your opinion on that.
100%. When we were kids growing up, you had to go physically talk to someone, whether it was picking up the phone physically and dialing them, and you had to speak to them. There was no texting. And we were just out and about. As kids, we were just out and about playing and stuff. You rode your bike and you showed up back home around dinner time or something, and that was it. But today, man, all the kids we've got unique problems. I kind of feel bad for the kids today because of the screens, and it, psychologically, it negatively impacts you because people are just so accustomed to just looking at screens. They're not interacting with others. And so I think there are a lot of developmental issues, even with adults that grew up without the internet, but now are addicted to screens, and they're just on the screens all the time, and they're not accustomed to interacting with people. So isolation, social anxiety, so many things going on. So communication skills have diminished a lot, I think. I have to purposefully go out of my way to make sure I'm interacting with people. Otherwise, with the type of work I do, I could just sit by myself all day long and not talk to anyone. So not a good thing.